Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Converting the first letters of a field to uppercase in Microsoft Access can be accomplished using a combination of VBA, Visual Basic for applications, code and SQL queries. Below is a step-by-step tutorial on how to achieve this. Step 1. Open Microsoft Access. 1. Launch Microsoft Access and open the database that contains the table with the field you want to modify. Step 2. Create a new module. 1. Go to the Create tab in the ribbon. 2. Click on Module to create a new VBA module. Step 3. Write the function. You can create a custom VBA function that takes a string and converts the first letter of each word to uppercase. Here's a simple example of such a function. VBA function capitalize first letters, input string as string, dim words, as string, dim I as integer. Split the input string into words. Words equals split, input string. Loop through each word. For I equals L bound, words, to U bound, words. Capitalize the first letter and concatenate with the rest of the word. If len, words, I, 0 then. Words, I, equals U case, left, words, I, 1, and L case, mid, words, I, 2. And if. Next I. Join the words back into a single string. Capitalize first letters equals join, words. End function. Step 4, save the module. 1. Save the module by clicking File Save, and give it a name, example mod string functions. Step 5, update your table. To capitalize the first letters of a specific field in your table, you can use an update query calling the function you just created. Assuming you have a table named employees with a field called full name, you would do the following. 1. Go to the Create tab in the ribbon and click on Query Design. 2. Close the Show Table dialog that pops up. 3. Switch to SQL View by clicking on the View drop-down and selecting SQL View. 4. Enter the following SQL code. SQL. Update employees. Set full name equals capitalize first letters, full name. Step 6, run the query. 1. Run the query by clicking on the Run button, the red exclamation mark. 2. Confirm the action when prompted. This will update the full name field for all records in the employees table. Step 7, verify the changes. 1. Open the employees table to verify that the first letters of each word in the full name field have been converted to uppercase. Additional notes. Error handling. You might want to add error handling in your VBA function to manage unexpected inputs, such as null or empty strings. Performance. For large data sets, consider the performance implications of running update queries and ensure that you have backups before making bulk changes. VBA module access. Ensure that your Access database is set to allow VBA code execution. You might need to set the appropriate security settings. Conclusion. By following these steps, you can effectively convert the first letters of a field to uppercase in MS Access using VBA functions and SQL queries. This approach not only enhances the appearance of your data but also ensures consistency throughout your database. In Microsoft Access, you might often need to format text data, such as converting the first letter of each word in a field to uppercase. This can be particularly useful for names, titles, or any textual data that needs to follow standard capitalization rules. Tutorial: Converting first letters of a field to uppercase in MS Access. Step 1. Open your database. 1. Launch Microsoft Access and open the database containing the table you want to work on. Step 2. Create a new query. 1. Go to the Create tab on the ribbon. 2. Click on Query Design to open the Query Design view. 3. Add the table that contains the field you want to format. Step 3. Use the expression builder. You will use the strconv function in Access to convert the first letter of each word to uppercase. The strconv function can be used to change the case of a string. 1. In the Query Design grid, locate the field that you want to format, example name. 2. In the field row, you can write an expression to convert the first letter of each word in the name field to uppercase using the following syntax. SQL. Formatted name, strconv, name, 3. Formatted name is the alias for the new formatted field. Name is the original field you want to format. The second argument 3 refers to the VB proper case constant, which converts the first letter of each word to uppercase. Step 4, run the query. 1. After entering the expression, go to the Design tab and click on Run, the red exclamation mark, to execute the query. 2. You will see the results in a data sheet view with a new column formatted name showing the names with the first letter of each word capitalized. Step 5, save your query. 1. If you want to save this query for future use, go to the File tab and select Save. Give your query a meaningful name. Example. Assuming you have a table called Employees with a field named Full Name that contains values like John Doe, Jane Smith, Alice Johnson. You would create a query with the following SQL statement. SQL. Select employees.fullname, strconv, full name, 3, as formatted name. From employees. When you run this query, the output will look like full name formatted name, dash 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 dash, John Doe John Doe, Jane Smith Jane Smith, Alice Johnson Alice Johnson. Conclusion. Using the strconv function in Microsoft Access is a straightforward way to capitalize the first letter of each word in a text field. This method can be very helpful for standardizing the appearance of text data in your database. Remember that you can also use this approach in forms and reports to display formatted data as needed.